the CIA caught up in a mind control arms race with the Russians and the Chinese.
Rogue scientist, mind control, Manchurian Global.
Tom?
You. Connect the dots, Raymond.
It's a recruitment film, basically explaining how the mind control protocol works.
December 28th, 1989. A patent was filed at a U.S. patent office that would send shockwaves through the world. A patent so disturbing, the only option was to cover it up and hide it behind a wall of so-called conspiracy theories. Today we are going to expose this hidden technology that has the potential to change humanity as we know it.
Chemtrails and 9/11 and mind control and lizard people.
Electronic mind control. It's not a conspiracy theory or even science fiction. It's a tried and true technology that has been not only known about, but perfected by scientists worldwide.
I am just a figment of your imagination.
The ultimate weapon in the info war would be so secret, so invisible, so undetectable, you would never know your mind was under attack. At Laurentian University in Ontario, Canada, a young student is about to undergo one of the strangest experiences of her life. They're hooking Denise's brain up to an electroencephalograph, or EEG machine, for 30 to 40 minutes. This will monitor her brainwaves. While these electric coils attached on either side of her head will immerse her brain in an electromagnetic field. Her brain actually completes the circuit between the two coils. The field pulsing through her brain is less powerful than one given off by a digital clock radio, but acutely controlled and focused at specific parts of the brain, it will open Denise's mind to outside suggestion by this man. Dr. Michael Persinger is a professor of psychology and neuroscience. He is designing ways to put the power of mind control to good use. Dr. Persinger's research focuses on brain trauma. He uses carefully controlled doses of electromagnetic radiation to induce relaxation and alleviate pain.
So what Sandra did was to initiate a opiate releasing pattern. That's a burst firing field that was stimulated once every 4 seconds. And that produces relaxation and a very pleasant sensation. Similarly, using the appropriate field, we can induce fear and apprehension, but clearly that would be unethical in that setting.
Dr. Persinger's tests suggest that carefully programmed electromagnetic frequencies can tap into individual brains and influence people's emotions.
The cognitive processes of the human brain are really quite simple. And if you understand how they work, you can make entire populations think and decide no matter in which you wish.
Many experts are skeptical of such an Orwellian scenario, but Persinger thinks the implications are chillingly real.
Suppose you generate a field that produces fear, fundamental fear, in large numbers of people. And then over the television, more traditional way, you say, the reason we're having this fear is because of this particular group. And now you start to move the population believing in a direction that you wish.
To influence 250 million people, the equivalent of the entire population of the United States, may not be that difficult. According to Dr. Persinger, we already have the technology, satellites and television, and radio transmitters. Mind control may already be happening. We know the mysterious PSYOPS plane can beam persuasive sounds and pictures into people's television sets. Will it someday beam disturbing frequencies directly into the mind? Mind control will be the ultimate non-lethal weapon.
The research is led by Dr. Michael Persinger.
Basically, at any given time, all experience is due to those portions of the brain that are most metabolically active. If we can simulate that by applying complex, meaningful magnetic fields to the brain, we can also induce those experiences. If you stimulate the deep portions of the temporal lobe, so you can get very, very vivid imagery, and the emotional commitment or the emotional sensation that something is profound, real, cosmically real, and personally significant.
These experiences are so strong, they're utterly real for the person who has them. They can be as profound as a religious conversion, yet we can generate them with a machine. These mind games are beginning to shed their secrets. The scientist becomes the shaman. But what are the limits? What else can people be made to believe?
But one thing that's really clear You can control the person's experiences, and they don't know they're being controlled. And they don't know they're being controlled.
And they don't know they're being controlled.
Science. You don't know science. I know science.
That clip you just saw from the Discovery Channel was from Dr. Michael Persinger. He thinks that these frequencies could easily be included in TV broadcasts and or radio stations in order to, quote, influence large populations of people into thinking or behaving a certain way. But can they really? The patent I'm about to show you says yes, they can. U.S. patent number US 5159703 Alpha, Silent Subliminal Presentation System. Quote, Silent Subliminal Presentation System. Abstract. A silent communication system in which non-aural carriers in the very low or very high audio frequency range or in the adjacent ultrasonic frequency spectrum are amplitude or frequency modulated with desired intelligence and propagated acoustically or vibrationally for inducement into the brain, typically through the use of loudspeakers, earphones, or piezoelectric transducers. The modulated carriers may be transmitted directly in real time or may be conveniently recorded and stored on mechanical, magnetic, or optical media for delayed or repeated transmission to the listener. Description. Background. This invention relates in general to electronic audio signal processing and, in particular, to subliminal presentation techniques. Subliminal learning enjoys wide use today, and subliminal tapes are being manufactured by a number of companies in the United States alone. Several decades of scientific study indicate that subliminal messages can influence a human's attitude and behavior. Subliminal in these discussions can be defined as, quote, below the threshold of audibility to the conscious mind. To be effective, however, the subliminally transmitted information, called affirmations by those in the profession, must be presented to the listener's ear in such a fashion that they can be perceived and decoded by the listener's subconscious mind. We are referring to audio information in this discussion. However, information could be inputted into the subject's subconscious mind through any of the body's sensors, such as touch, smell, sight, or hearing. As an example, early development work in the subliminal field utilized motion pictures and slide projections as the medium. Early research into visual and auditory subliminal simulation effects is exemplified by U.S. patent number 3060795 of Corrigan et al. And number 3278676 of Becker, U.S. patent number 4395600 of Lundy and Tyler is representative of later developments in today's subliminal message techniques. Although its application to the magnetic tape medium is described in the following discussion, the technique is applicable to most other desired transmission mediums such as compact discs, video cassettes, digital tape recorders, public address systems, background music installations, computer software programs, random access memory, read-only memory, live, real-time applications, and other mediums now in existence or to be developed in the future. Implemented on cassette tapes, for example, the subliminal presentation described here is inaudible, i.e., high audio or ultrasonic frequencies. The affirmations are present at a consistent high amplitude level, and they occupy their own clear channel, non-masked frequency allocations. If desired, the previously described foreground music or other material can be added to the tape through use of an audio mixer. The silent recordings are inaudible to the user or by others present and are therefore very effective for use during periods of sleep or when in the presence of others. Additionally, basic requirements of subliminal simulations are met. That is, affirmations are efficiently transmitted to the ear and, while undetected by the conscious mind, are perceived and efficiently decoded by the subconscious mind. End quote. So basically, they developed a way to add certain frequencies to regular audio that tricks your subconscious mind into believing something, whatever that quote-unquote affirmation is.
I got that mind control, man.
Thurman has mind control, but you have brain control. Brain control?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Now, there are many more pages of this patent, and it gets pretty technical, so I'll put the link in the description if you're interested in viewing it for yourself. But I want to know what your take is on this technology. Do you think that it's become widespread? And has been utilized in everything from TV, radio, and movies to other forms of content like podcasts and such? Or do you think it's just some dusty old patent that has never seen the light of day? I want to know what you think. Please put your opinions in the comment section. I want to thank you all for watching this video, and until next time, God bless you all.